Hello, everyone. I bet you're in a surprise that it's not actually Richie behind the mic. So hey guys, welcome to the special edition of Dungeons and Demon Slayers as we do a Q&A. So obviously, I'm Fel. I am one of the players as I play Daisuke. And I believe I have some of the other players with me. Who wants to go first? Guys?
I shall go first.
Oh, there we go.
Oh my god.
There we go. We got some. Hey, Hawk.
I am the super studly Reikoku Akuno, proud professor of the Okaku family line of fighting, which has been passed down for generations. God, wouldn't it be so weird if I actually was like that?
Alright, Prince Vegeta, calm down.
If you were like that in real life, I'd be questioning a lot of things right now.
I'd be questioning how long we've been friends.
Character in game was Armstrong. That'd be fun as hell.
Oh my god.
Oh my
No.
god. What am I? Oh my god. See, that's gonna get me off topic. But hold on. I had someone have an NPC like Armstrong. That's all I can say because I don't want to go into more details about that.
Also, hello everyone. My name is Eva, also known as LatinFire, also known as Princess Sirinea, even though she's not really a princess. She's just Sirinea.
Yeah.
And, yeah. I'm the screw-up. I'm the screw-up of the team. I am the monkey wrench to everything.
You own up to it.
I own up to nothing, but I will own up to being the screw-up.
Never run a stealth roll around her.
Apparently so.
Look. Yeah, apparently when it comes to social cues, she's not really good at that, so...
Or stealth.
Or stealth.
Or stealth.
She tries!
Now, we do have...
No, she didn't.
We do have an Atsuko, but she is not here at the moment. She should be here in a couple.
She rolled a very good stealth roll.
Apparently so. But, so starting things off, so it's a little more freeform than usual. So we thought it would be fun because Walker's not here, so we can't really go into details of what's going on with the story. Or we not... God, I can't even talk. Whatnot. But we thought it would be fun if we just did a little bit of a Q&A. You guys are more than welcome to ask us about anything related to the game, or about our characters, maybe other D&D experiences that we've had, stuff like that.
We are open books.
We are open books. So right now it's kind of just, yeah, it's
I am a trapper keeper. I am not open. You gotta get a secret password out of me.
Moist.
No. You got to use the right inflection, Phil.
I couldn't hear it.
I couldn't hear it either, but Yoshiming, Richie at the yeah, Hikaru or Richie or as he plays Hikaru is not available at the moment. He's a little bit busy at the moment. Otherwise, I think he would have loved to join us just to do this. Otherwise. Oh, all right. So we're getting some questions. So our first question I'm actually interested in hearing about from everyone else is from Saiyan Zero. What is your favorite moment from the game so far?
I got two.
You got two. All right.
Ideally, I would like to say when me and Atsuko survived being in the cave and you came in and saved us and we took out almost like half the demons in the town by ourselves.
Okay.
But for me, it's either got to be the when I yeeted Hikaru into the demon from above after our carefully laid out stealthy attack plan was ruined by people who shall not be named.
But start with E and end with the.
And the other one has been just me real life having a breakdown over the doors lie just getting so out of proportion in game.
Oh my
Like
god.
I'm just laughing so hard I actually was having real honest to god tears.
So
As Reikoku's like, I can't use doors anymore.
Oh my god. Alright. Favorite moment of the game was actually before Sirinea even got introduced. This was at AWA when Hawk had his panel, and people brought little mini doors to put on the front of his table, and I was like, that is so cute. And you still have them somewhere, right?
They're actually on my desk. That was Salty Rick. And he also brought one of those like Japanese cloth like things you hang over a door.
Yeah.
See,
that was cute. That was the best moment out of game. The best moment in game was failing miserably and trying to do stealth. Because there was a plan. They were going to follow a plan, and somebody named me fucked it up. Again,
it wasn't that you failed at stealth. It was like, okay, we got this plan. Like, nope, I'm going to throw a kunai at him. At the 30-foot tall, muscle-bound, thick-hided monster.
I would say I gotta say the door is definitely one of my favorite moments from our session so far, but I think it was when it was the scene after, like, you had to bullshit the doors, but it was you, me, and Tenchi when we all had to fight the one guy and we were getting our asses kicked so fucking bad.
Because none of us wanted to actually fight a guy with one arm. We're like, he's in his hospital for a reason. His arm's in a sling. How will this look?
I think we were all experiencing that, but that was a really intense moment, though, because he was actually like, holy shit, he hurts like a fucking truck. We don't want to hurt this guy, but holy shit, he's trying to kill us.
Yeah. Like, I do like all three of our characters work together when we're like, oh shit, this guy's not holding back.
Yeah.
So we actually teamed up really well.
All right.
My second favorite moment was when Lady fucked up and didn't even get a chance to introduce Sirinea and just goes, "Cousin!" I was like,
that was hilarious.
I was like, God damn it, you could have kept a surprise.
Jeez, without Lady, we'll see what her opinion is. But the next question is Lady.
Yeah, there she is.
All right, hey, what's your favorite moment from the game so far?
She's still deafened on our end.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought she was back. I thought I heard her.
No.
All right. Well, when she gets back, we'll hold that. See what.
Jack Luxton's next question.
Yeah, Jack Luxton. If you want to read it out loud.
Which one of you has been the most annoying for the DM? Well, for the players, it's definitely Sirinea. I'm not sure for the DM.
See, I'm not the DM, so I can't answer. I have bets.
I have a strong 100 on one person in particular, but that's about it.
But that's it. But I think all of us have annoyed the DM in one particular way or whatnot with our abilities. Like, he thinks he has a really shining moment, and then we're like, oh, we have this ability. Shit, I forgot you had that.
I will say, I think Reikoku might be higher on the list than people think for that. Just for going into the cave and leading Atsuko into it, like, first thing when we got to that village. Because that was something he was planning to just, like, have for later in the game. So, we cut out, like, half of the encounter early.
Yeah. Oh, for anyone wondering about the girls on screen, those are a friend of mine's OC, and they're dressed up like characters from Demon Slayer. That's all I can really say about them. Because we're here to focus on us, the players and whatnot. And who is the sexiest girl?
Sexiest girl, Reikoku. Duh.
Exactly. That's what I said. No
Yeah.
one believe me.
Reikoku is the sexiest girl of all time.
See,
Reikoku has like a 20 charisma. He's damn good looking.
Yeah.
Does he actually? I need to see.
His
Screenshot.
like right
I
at
want you to
18.
screenshot your stat and send it, and I'll show it on screen. His actual charisma.
No.
No,
Actually,
you
I don't
don't.
want to look it up though, because I think I'm around like an 18. Like he's a pretty boy.
All right, so
But
he's
yeah,
actually.
Why do you think Sirinea hangs around him all the time?
Oh, that explains it. I see.
It's the charisma, man.
All right, so we.
Like you never can tell because half his face is covered in a mask.
Yeah.
What is your most regrettable moment your character experienced?
Watch the last episode. If you haven't watched the last episode, I don't want to spoil it, but let's just say training begins at 8 a.m. That's all I gotta say.
Hawk, you go. I'll save mine.
Doors.
Yeah.
Everything revolving around doors.
Jesus Christ, the doors.
Doors.
I think there was a few moments that I could have been more in character with Daisuke. Maybe interacting with the townsfolk before the cave incident and whatnot. I really felt like we really didn't get a chance to hang out with Cody's character. I forget his name.
I really regret that too because he seemed like a
Haruto.
really fun character.
Like, I would love if Cody was able to join us more, but with his scheduling, it's just not possible. I know he's a guest character, but kind of wish he could bounce in and out a little bit more. I mean, I see one thing.
His character's so charismatic.
I know. I miss him.
It'd just be one of those things where, honestly, it's one of those things where Sirinea, if she met Haruto, she'd be like, "Oh my god, he's hot, but he's dumb, but he's hot." I think it would be that.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Just all that wonderful stuff of chaos and
Her Master Hirano have you had any plans that failed in the best way possible? Two instances for me come to mind. The cave, because we rolled really high on our perception stealth.
The spider cave.
One of the enemies basically rolled a 32. So, yeah, we kind of get ambushed. But Fel came, saved the day. We all had some really good fights in that. The other one was, me and Richie got to do the Rule of Cool thing after someone destroyed our plan for fighting.
God damn it!
yeah, that is never going to be let go,
That
Eva.
is never going to be left
That also
alone.
answers Anthony Williams' question.
That one moment you're never going to let someone on the team live down.
I would say...
I would say...
Yeah, go ahead, Eva.
Well, yes, for Sirinea, yes. The second thing, the moment nobody's going to let you live down, Hawk, is the doors, man. It's either the fuck up or the doors. That's pretty much it.
I think
no one else in the team was there when the doors thing happened. The only person who was aware of what happened afterwards was Daisuke, just because he was like, "Hey, we're gonna go inside. You want to come in?" Like, I just look over, see the guard. I can't.
And Daisuke's like, "What?"
Daisuke, will you open a window for me, please?
I do remember that. Jesus Christ. Daisuke is
the guard was right there.
Oh yeah, Daisuke's the only one. I forgot it was technically Daisuke who only knows. My god.
Favorite shit in the campaign. Sirinea and her erotic books. That's it.
I'm gonna argue.
She is basically a Kakashi when it comes to those books, okay? She's
right.
always reading something.
I think the main issue is that we haven't seen other characters enough to do any shipping. I mean, we could do the joke of sweeping army because Atsuko and Haru's Hikaru, thank you.
Yeah.
Relationship, but that's maybe the only one that we can physically say.
I just say that with Sirinea, she's very... It takes a lot to try to get in her good graces. Like, she doesn't trust people that easily, but she likes Reikoku because he's tall and she's short. But that's about it. There's, like, nothing else with her. It's like...
I was going to say, she seems very thirsty in that regard.
Yeah.
No.
Hey. Not as thirsty as the other lady.
Oh my god.
From last episode, but that
Yes, yes. We will talk about that later, unless you guys have seen the latest episode. Then
I mean,
you'll know
I think
how
everyone
good she is.
here has pretty much seen it. It's been about
Yeah.
2
well,
weeks.
I mean,
yeah.
yeah,
We can
it's been a
talk
couple
about.
weeks.
Honestly,
okay.
I see. The issue is
I
don't.
honestly want that woman to be Sirenea's new master. I would love that.
See, the real question would be, I'm more interested in what's if we had like a ship that we wanted to happen. Out of all the characters we have so far, what would it be?
Well, I can't really say much about Haruto because he's not there, so I can't say that.
Yeah.
So, there's really not much for Sirenea. She's pretty too into her books.
Yeah.
Like, she hangs out with hangs out with Reikoku, but like I said, it's
That's
more
it.
of a
He's
yeah,
tall.
that's pretty much it.
Reikoku's oblivious.
Like yeah, and
Yeah.
there's no way, and she's sheltered, so it wouldn't work.
I mean, yeah.
She's more like it'd be one of those things where they'd either be best friends or they'd never talk, or they'd never go anywhere further. I think that with Sirenea at least, because she's so socially oblivious to everything, she doesn't know. Although she does observe a lot of things.
I think the difficulty for some of us is that we haven't really interacted with a lot of the NPCs to develop stuff like that. Maybe
that's one thing that Walker wants to try and adjust to more, because so far it's been, all right, we're doing this mission. Now a lot of our missions are going to be happening off screen, except for like the big stuff that's going to happen. That's what we're going to focus on more.
Oh yeah.
Which gives a little more downtime and a little more social time.
Oh yeah, which I think is going to be good for everyone. I think
And if you ever seem to like the social stuff more too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it definitely helps flesh out the game. Combat is fun, but the meat of us is really trying to interact with people and whatnot. I think the one I don't think I get to say one moment I'm not going to let someone down about is as much as the doors is funny, it's the teddy bear knife thing. I think
Teddy bear knife, yes.
I think that, to be honest,
offhanded as a joke that became canon.
I think that is the stupidest joke that should have not become canon, because it makes, like, from what I understand, I get, like, if Reikoku was the character that did it, you know what? I fucking believe him.
Yeah.
I would believe him with everything that I've experienced. But the wild mountain boy having who sleeps with a teddy bear, why would he put a fucking knife in it? He is like the least person I would suspect to have a knife in a fucking teddy bear.
Knife bear.
It's a knife bear. I mean, yes, honestly, I do see that being more of a Reikoku thing, where he would sleep with a teddy bear that has a knife. When you pop off its head, you get the knife kind of thing.
Yeah.
But, oh my god.
I don't think it matches Hikaru whatsoever. But
no looting the lolly. God damn it.
no looting lolly.
No. Just because lolly doesn't mean shit. Okay.
So, a question, how do we decide on guests? It's really anyone, it's more of Hawk is the one who decides if players are interested in whatnot. Usually the players have to...
Walker.
You mean Walker.
Walker, sorry.
You said Hawk.
I'm tired. See,
I ain't got no control over this shit.
yeah. Walker is the one who usually decides if we get a guest or not. And with everything, it's usually you have to express interest in the series and whatnot. And if your availability is decent, from what I understand. Because I mean, we meet every other Tuesday, Monday. Jesus,
Monday.
My days are starting to blare.
Yeah.
Well, not blare, blend.
Blend.
God.
Yeah, you're just tired. You're tired.
I really am.
Yeah. So when I asked about joining, I mean, just because still technically Sirenea is the latest one to have joined the team, the only reason I did that was because, one, availability on Mondays is kind of easy for me. Two, I had already watched all the episodes up till the moment where she got introduced, so I was like binging and writing down things and going, okay, so I should do this, should do this, should do this. The whole thing about Sirinea and Atsuko being cousins was actually...
Hi!
There she is.
Speaking of the devil, and she shall appear.
The cousin.
Cousin! Hi.
Yeah, the whole thing about Sirinea and Atsuko being cousins actually came up about 2 days before she got introduced. And it was like, hey, lady, do you mind if I run this by you? I want to make them cousins. Okay, cool. That's pretty much it. And then we were recording, I think, right?
So,
or we were in the sound cadence booth or something like that.
So welcome to the stream, lady. Yay!
She has to catch up on the questions.
Yeah, well,
I've been keeping track of the questions so far. First off, lady, what is your favorite moment in the game so far?
I think we lost a lady.
I think we lost a lady.
Hello.
Hello?
You might want to get closer or turn up your gain. We can't hear you.
I think it was because of my gain. Is this a lot better?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Discord, what are you doing? Anyways, I like my favorite is when everybody just meets and interacts with each other, like one by one.
Well, that's your favorite moment?
Yes, favorite
What
moment.
was?
It's a cute favorite moment.
When they all introduced each other.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The next one was which of you has been most annoying for the DM?
I think all of us.
All of us, yeah.
Yeah. What is your most regrettable moment your character's experienced so far?
I know the cousins throwing a shuriken at the monster and it aims right at us.
God damn!
I saw.
I didn't forget.
Oh my god! That's in everybody's hands.
Lady, have you had any plans that failed in the best way possible? I said us going into cave because we kicked so much ass.
Yes, the cave. I think the cave was pretty impressive. I liked the cave. The cave. I thought we were all gonna die that day.
There's no way.
Yeah, there's no way. All those nat 20s we kept getting, I was like, what in the world's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when we discovered your cursed die or your magic die that
I
you
love
save
your
for special
cursed die.
occasions.
Yep.
Which brings us to the next one. One moment you're never going to let someone on the team live down.
She knows. Everybody knows. Does she really have to say it?
No. Even this is lady's turn.
She's trying to catch up with us.
Just like, Just that scene. That one.
Just that scene, yes.
That scene.
I need to remember what episode that is, so that way we can start playing.
2 episodes back.
Okay, so 3 episodes back.
One moment you're never going to let. Where did that one?
Yeah.
Favorite ship in the campaign.
Wow. I don't know.
I mean, considering you're the only ship of the game.
I mean, no,
Yeah,
there's
there's only one.
No, there's 2. It's Atsuko and Hikaru, and then there's Sirinea and Reikoku.
I
They're
didn't.
not a thing!
I really didn't consider that a ship.
Yeah.
Oh!
I will be honest, I thought Eva was trying to hint at that, but Reikoku is just so.
Oh, we just got a new
No.
subscriber. Thank you. I forgot I had the alerts going off. I need to mute that. Sorry. No. But there we go.
Aw, Nezuko.
Who's the somebody asked who's the sexiest girl of the team between Sirinea and Atsuko.
Reikoku.
I'm going to have to say Reikoku, yes. Yeah.
Reikoku.
Sexiest girl.
Sorry, Reikoku. That's
The answer is Reikoku.
Reikoku. Yeah, it really is Reikoku.
That's charisma, baby.
Because I'm not going to get into a fight between the cousins because it's better that way.
Yes. See, the cousins get along well. They're not perfect, but they get along pretty well.
Yeah, pretty much.
So.
Jesus Christ.
So keep those questions rolling in, folks.
Yeah, keep rolling the questions. If you have any character-specific questions that we can answer about our characters, feel free to ask that. We can fill in a little bit more of our backstories that we know.
Yeah.
But
y'all actually met in the last game, quite a few characters related to people's backstories.
Mm-hmm.
Who would win, Reikoku or the door? Well, I do have
The
fire.
door.
I would say the door.
I'm sorry,
Honestly,
but
the door would. Sorry, Reikoku, but the door wins.
hang on, depends on the door.
Is it mahogany? Or is it oak or cedar? You gotta know what kind of door it is, okay? You gotta know what kind of opponent you're facing. So you gotta give us more. This is where he learns all doors are fireproof. Oh my god. Considering half of us are fire.
I will burn down the building around the door then.
Oh my god.
It can't be a door if there's nothing to the door.
Wow.
It turns to a piece of wood.
It's a plank.
It's an ineffectual wall.
It's a driftwood at that point, yeah.
It might as well be driftwood, yes.
Yeah.
See, what sucks is Walker's actually not here to actually answer like very DM-y questions that I'm sure some of the players, us as players and even our guests want to know, our viewers, and then
if you guys want to know anything about our characters, such as, backstory, we're also willing to share a little bit more on that. So, as most people know, or, people who have just joined us, Atsuko and Sirinea are cousins. We have established that Sirinea's dad and Atsuko's mom are siblings, so there's a lot there.
All right.
So they're...
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Eva.
Oh, yeah, and Atsuko's an only child, whereas Sirinea has one little half-brother.
okay.
So,
We got a question for Fel directly. Would you take up the Earth style?
Are you saying me personally or Daisuke? Because honestly, at the moment, I don't know if Earth style would match Daisuke whatsoever.
Daisuke's more water-based, right?
He's very watery. I mean, you could argue
you could become a mudbender.
He's right. Somebody asked, as it stands, who's the strongest character?
Hikaru. Just for sheer physical strength.
Then who would be the second strongest?
Well, it doesn't. We don't know because we don't know each other's max
I will
points.
say
That's why.
All my attacks are finesse based, and I have a 20 in dex.
Let me.
So maybe second best will be.
actually, I'm gonna say that I think I have a better dex than Hikaru.
I have a better. Wow, I can't speak because I just bit my tongue.
Let me check my dex.
I need to check my dex.
Because a lot of what's interesting is that we're not really strength based.
We're more intelligence based in our team.
It's more you use your our weapons are more finesse, so it's really more reliant on our dex.
Hikaru uses his dex base.
Yeah, my dex is pretty average. I would say it's on the high end, but yeah, my constitution is the highest thing I've got.
Again,
so
my dex right now is sitting at a 20. It's the first stat I've maxed out.
Mine's at a 19. My wisdom's at a 20.
Wow, Daisuke is
strength is I think 17. Yeah.
Daisuke has a 21 dex.
In dex?
Yeah.
Dex?
How were you able to go over? Walker said we couldn't go over 20.
I think
he couldn't go over 20.
I think we can go over 20. I don't know. It's something we'll have to ask him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Because it's not really.
My next one is still con.
So I mean, if it needs to be lowered to 20, then Daisuke and Hikaru are definitely the most dexterous of the party.
You mean Reikoku?
Mine's at 19.
Yeah, Reikoku. But
okay.
Who trained Hikaru in his style? If I from
Richie's more of a Richie answered. He would know a little bit more on that.
Yeah, I think from what
we don't really know much on our on each other's kind of teachers.
All I know is it was someone in the mountain who trained him. That's literally all I know for
Goku's grandfather.
There we go. That is what we're gonna say at the moment till Richie changes it otherwise. Grandpa Gohan. It was Grandpa Gohan.
Yep, Grandpa Gohan, and he dropped Hikaru on his head to start out training.
Okay, based on their recent campaigns or missions, who is the weakest? That still also is up in the air because where Sirinea may lack in the social setting, she's actually really good at reflexes. So,
Really?
I mean, she was able to jump out from when that water creature was gonna try to drown her. Okay.
So, like, see, this is difficult because, like, it's a question of who do we think. I don't think anyone's really the weakest in our party.
I think we all try to balance each other out as much as we can, but
Yeah.
there are going to be some overlaps there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, with the different, a lot of the styles overlap. It's really, since almost a lot of everyone is almost a different variation of fucking thunder in this party and fire.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Fires mostly because Reikoku, Atsuko, and Sirinea all.
Reikoku also has thunder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Reikoku actually has a unique breathing style that I only have one level of, but I've been taught in Walker that's actually what I'm going to be training in.
Yeah.
Reikoku has a family style called plasma style.
Ah.
So it's a hybrid of electric and fire.
Okay, so you're blending.
Nice.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now here's
state of matter and all that.
If you could change your breath, what would you change it to?
Ooh.
Let's see. Honestly, I'd like to expand Sirinea a little bit more on the wind style than the fire style. The fire style is really good, and it does show her lineage, but because she was not trained by her mother, she was trained by her father, she does not know the wind style that well, so she's very weak in that aspect, and that's one of the things where I'd like to make her stronger in wind and keep her try to balanced in the fire aspect.
I would say if I had to if I had to completely let's say I redid Daisuke, completely changed his style. It's difficult because oh god, it's a little bit of
you have a very you have a very Tanjiro style though.
Yeah.
That's why. So it's kind of hard for you.
like but if I had to pick, I would either say wind or I would probably go into a different variation, maybe like see, it's just because Daisuke's personality, I based it so much on the water. Now, if I was to completely change it, it would be a new character, but I could argue maybe maybe Serpent style.
Serpent style. Okay.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Now, if I could change mine, if I had known that there were so many fire styles, I would have a little bit focused more on the wind style. I would just solely be wind for her, but I think a good typhoon, a flaming typhoon, is pretty cool for Sirinea.
Asuko, you said more on the thunder.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you had to change your style completely, like
Thunder.
to pick,
Bring out the thunder, Chiga.
Oh God!
all right.
I was just thinking thunder from Imagine Dragons. You had to make it weirder. All right,
I was thinking thunder from AC/DC.
Oh,
Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Thunder.
Okay, Thunderstruck, yes. Okay, as someone who's never played D&D, what exactly are the skill
Well,
sets
you
or stats?
skip one.
You
Lady
skip-
Sean has a specific question.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Well, actually, I didn't hear what Hawk said about if he had to change Reikoku's style. Like completely.
I would have put more focus in developing the original style instead of just going with the base options.
Okay.
I mentioned that earlier. That's like I like what he's able to do. I kind of wish I'd expanded on that more instead of just taking like base fire and thunder techniques.
Yeah. I get you.
But yes, Lady Sean. Well, I don't know if we want to ask this one or not. What do you think?
I don't dislike anybody.
Good.
We all like each other, so.
All right.
I
I mean,
mean-
Sirinea might not be on your top of your list right now, but that's understandable.
But she's family, so you can hate your family. You don't have to like your family, but you gotta put up with your family. So, yeah. So Sirinea wins anyway.
Now let's get to the question: what exactly skill set / stat beside charisma?
I actually have it all pulled up right now. I can run down the whole list if you want.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go slowly for anybody who's new to
There-
D&D.
All right. There are strength, which deals with all of your, physical strength-based attributes, which ties into things like athletics, attack power if you're a physical fighter. There is dexterity, which in our case, a lot of us use for our attacks because we use finesse weapons, which, kind of rely a bit on speed, like katanas, rapiers, things like that. That also affects how fast you move, how well you climb, stealth.
Hmm.
Then there is con, which is your hardiness, your toughness. Affects health, how well you do against like poisons and things like that. Very important to have for a physical fighter, and like a lot of spellcasters do good in that too, like sorcerers and stuff in regular D&D. Then you have intelligence, which sometimes we need to put a little more effort into.
I
That
feel
one
like
affects-
I feel
I
like
feel like that was directed towards someone in particular
Yeah.
named me.
well,
no,
I-
that was actually me looking at Reikoku's intelligence stat.
Wow.
Intelligence affects things like arcana, your knowledge of history, how well you do at investigations, like your religious knowledge, things like that. It's very good for like spellcasty boys and stuff like that. Then you have wisdom, which a lot of us definitely need to put effort into because
No, I don't.
well, that's one of the ones that a lot of people treat as a dump stat, even though wisdom is tied directly into perception, which is
And
one of the most
knowledge.
important
Yeah.
things you can have because that's how you're like, oh, hey, you're in a clearing. Well, is anyone around? Roll perception. If you have no modifier, you're like, well, roll a 10. Oh, no, the DC to find out if someone was there was a 12. If only you had those 3 extra points in wisdom,
Yeah.
you would have known that there was a horde of bloodthirsty vampires ready to suck your flesh. It's also good for insight. That way you know if someone's lying to you.
so
Then
another
you have charisma, which is how you talk someone into killing themselves in game.
Jesus Christ. All right. So the best way is, and this meme is actually still true. D&D stats explained with a tomato.
Oh my god.
Strength is how
You
you're
have
able to crush the tomato. Dex is how you are able to dodge the tomato. Constitution is being able to eat a bad tomato. Intelligence is knowing that a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is knowing not to put a tomato in a fruit salad. Charisma is being able to sell a tomato-based fruit salad.
That's very fair.
Very fair. Yeah. Another way to also say charisma is also going to be your likability, just as it sounds. Like charisma, you can get shops to, give you better gear if you're nicer to them, or if you flirt, if you have something of that nature. Atsuko.
Sometimes.
Just saying.
Yeah,
And
but if you roll poorly, it also backfires, and they're like,
it does.
yeah, no,
And
I'm
if
going
you're-
to
Sirinea.
now, but
No,
you know.
she actually has very high charisma. Okay. She has flirted her way into trying to get more stuff for the team.
I know, I'm just saying, like, you gotta be careful who you pick to play that with because,
Yeah.
it could easily.
God damn it. God damn
For
it.
one game, I was in a player rolled 3 1s in a row trying to get the shopkeep to give her a discount and got kind of pissy about it. So the entire team, as a result, had a markup on goods from the only shop in the hub city.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Because she just wouldn't stop. She's like, no, you should give me this discount. Because I rolled a 15 earlier. Like, well, his DC's a 17, so. Then she tried to cast a spell on him.
Oh god.
And
Hmm.
that was a good question, though.
Yeah, Constitution helps you throw up helps you not throw up for over an hour and makes the game run faster.
Oh yeah.
Oh, how many lewd books does Sirinea have? She has the entire collection of she has the entire Ichi collection from Naruto. So that's one thing. That, and she has a few scrolls that she keeps around. So, and she also has a bag, which is something that Hikaru still does not know because she actually has pockets.
Okay, I
She
got a
has a
question.
bag
Where
and
did
she
the
has-
pocket thing come from? I feel like I missed that.
So, apparently Hikaru's
Hikaru
character
not like
did.
pockets?
No, he does. He doesn't know where pockets come from, like what comes out of pockets. So he was like, "What the hell are pockets?"
He's seen me pull stuff and pay with pockets.
Yeah. Well, apparently he doesn't remember that.
Okay.
But yeah, Sirinea had a bag where she had like all the books and the ink and everything she has, including her demon script stuff. So yeah.
Who next got questions? I
Or
will
maybe
say-
you guys can tell us your favorite things too, as well. Like
Yeah.
some things that you have liked, or things that you
Mm-hmm.
think we can improve on as well.
Mm-hmm. Actually, here's
While
a
we wait-
question.
Sorry, go ahead.
Actually, yeah, I do want to hear that from the audience. Is there something you guys would like to see more of in the game that maybe we can pass on to Walker?
Yeah, good question.
Oh, there's another question. What got each
What-
of you into D&D?
The bitches.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh my.
Wow.
That's
Great way to describe how we met.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, no, like I was always curious about it, and a few friends of mine were playing a local game, and then some other friends were playing a
yeah.
game in the Bridge community, so just picked it up.
That's how
Yeah.
mine was.
Give that
it
man
was
a
it was
medal.
it was at my college campus, and I just said, I don't know what D&D is, and they just like looked at me funny, and they were like, you wanna try? And I was like, yeah, sure. So
I had done a one shot, I think maybe a few months before I actually started getting into D&D, and it was one of those things where at first I didn't like it because I couldn't understand it, so it was really difficult for me. I was like, okay, wait, how do I do this? How do I do that? And then luckily I live with someone who actually understands D&D very well, so they gave me a lowdown of how things work, and I tried it, and then good friend of mine had something in the Abridged community, wanted me to get introduced to certain people, and that's how me and Hawk started playing a lot of D&D together.
Yep.
Yep.
See, for me, I play other tabletop games, and D&D is actually not my first tabletop. Pathfinder 1E
actually.
is my bread and butter that I love to actually run. I want more people to play with me because I have a lot of campaigns to run. Hint, hint. Come on, guys.
I legit want to get back into Pathfinder because that was the first like D&D style tabletop I actually played a game and campaign in.
Now, the thing that I want to get everyone more into is Pathfinder 2E, which is it simplifies all the fucking issues 1E had, and it makes it more balanced, like 5E in a lot of retrospects, but it still gives the creativity that Pathfinder still offered.
Pathfinder feels like you very much micromanage every little stat.
They made it easier in 2E. They made it so much easier in 2E. Holy shit. But I mean that's kind of the main thing for me is that I would love to get a group together to do Pathfinder 2E because I really think as much as I like Pathfinder 1, oh fuck no one really wants to manage all sorts of fucking shit.
No.
2E fixes so many of that fucking issues. I'm excited because we're about to get fucking tieflings next in July.
Mm-hmm.
Why did they? Okay, wow.
Well, 2E started off with the 13 classes. We're supposed to be getting 4 more classes in July.
You mean races?
No, classes.
So Tiefling's a class, not a race?
No, Tiefling's a race, but we're getting classes on top of races.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's rumors that we might be able to actually have dwarf Tieflings as well.
Ooh,
That'd be
wow.
kind of cool.
That's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Yeah, so they're changing up how Tieflings actually work normally, but you can have, like, Tieflings are supposed to be, any race that, for some reason, your ancestor had fucked a demon.
Or devil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing I wanted to explain is that a lot of all our characters are basically human variants. If you're trying to think about it into the traditional D&D aspect, this is a modified game based off the anime and manga Demon Slayer. So if you guys know anything about that, you would see where we get the inspiration from. But
I mean, Reikoku's
in
actually tiefling, so
I mean, in actual D&D, there are so many classes and races that it takes a long time to actually talk about them all. But yeah, there are a lot of new player guides out there as well.
Yeah. Now, one thing that I didn't put as a major announcement for here, guys, but as you guys know, that recently Tenchi has actually left us, and he's because of scheduling and everything, so he is no longer technically a player with us. Originally, we were supposed to have a game today, so we're here to announce we have a new player actually joining us who's been listening in the whole time. So let's introduce our new player, Zach. Hi, Zach.
Hi, Zach.
Hello,
Zach.
Hello, everybody.
There.
Introduce yourself, my good sir.
So, hello, everybody. My name is Zach, or Zach if you also prefer. So, let's see. And I will be playing as the new character known as Kiyoshi Hibiki.
And I just put him on screen for you guys. If you guys want a closer look, I can pull up an image. So yes, we have a new character joining our wonderful party. So we're back to a full man of 6. Let me put him on.
By the way, they didn't see it on the screen.
Yeah, no, it's on the icons.
Yeah, it's an icon. So.
And
It replaced.
Oh, I
Tenchi's.
see. Yeah.
Yes.
a little bit of a closer look and whatnot. So, Zach, I know that you were dying listening as we talked and everything.
You know how hard it was to actually try to not to jump in. I actually had to pull away from this and switch my screen back to my PS4 and go back to play Digimon. I'm like, I gotta distract myself.
What a twist!
What a twist!
Oh my god.
So, okay, guys. So, yes, as you can see, my character, Kiyoshi Hibiki, is a dual-wielding, doing the breath of sound.
Yeah.
Yes. Hey,
Ooh,
Fel,
another
you
dual wielder.
You might want to center that picture. It looks
I'm-
a little bit
I'm
off to the left.
Yeah, well, it's because of the...
Well, you can open it up in the Discord.
True.
wait.
Oh, yeah, true. Give me a sec. I was using that. Yeah, we get back to looking at the boobies, though, in the meantime. Oh, I'm making a joke.
I made a joke that's actually how Atsuko and Sirinea are. Because Atsuko is so Nezuko-like. She fights and Sirinea is like, what the hell? And she's also boobied. So, yeah.
So there we go. A much better image that is centered and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
But
no.
yeah.
So Zach, how did you get involved?
How did I get involved? Good question indeed, huh, Fel?
Wow. Bus. Meet Fel.
So, for those of you who don't know, actually, Fel and I are actually very close friends in IRL. Him and I have worked on several projects together and such. And you may have seen me from time to time pop in on What the Fel and stuff like that. So, did you make you already made the one announcement, right? About one project coming up? Or
Not yet. Not in this game.
I don't know.
No.
the one I'm actually a part of?
I think I didn't want the fell, but let's focus on you.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay, so yeah, so okay, so what about me? Actually, that's a good question.
So hey, chat. Now is the time. If you have any questions for Hardazak here, feel free to ask. In the meantime,
Since his character.
yeah, is brand new, and we
All right. We gotta throw him into the wolves. He's a nice shiny toy. Come on.
Here, guys, fetch.
What the fell? Why Zach? Well, it was like he was listening in our sessions a lot, and he was like, "Oh my god, I love this. What is
Yeah, no,
this?"
that is the main thing, actually. I happen to be there a lot of the times when Fel was doing the sessions with the guys and with everyone here. And so I'm just sitting here just like I'm trying to keep myself like postured because we have 2 microphones in the studio. So if I were to bust out laughing, someone would have heard me. So, but yeah.
So, talk about your character.
Yeah.
So yeah, as I said, Kiyoshi is a dual wielding, another dual wielder. Yes, we have so many of these here.
I know.
The 2 of us, right?
3.
Actually, no, I think
3.
no, 3 because Sirinea is a dual wielder.
Oh.
She's not a chain dual wielder like you two. She is individual. She has individual katanas.
Well, his is individual too, right?
No, mine are chained.
Okay. Well.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, because again, like I said, I'm doing the breath of sound. So
now.
well, see, the funny thing was that we couldn't fix it in the artwork, but one of the blades was actually supposed to be a little bit longer, so that
Larger.
way, larger. Thank you. Yeah, larger. So that way I can produce different notes as I battle.
So think of
So-
Tommy the Green Ranger when he's trying to do them.
Exactly. Essentially, the best way to probably put this is that I'm going to be the team's bard in some aspects.
Oh God.
Let's see. I can get into a little bit of backstory, I guess.
Well,
So, go ahead.
I would say be careful because
Don't
Walker
give out
may
too much information.
Walker
Yeah.
might want to have some of that for
For reasons.
That's
in-
true. Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
Just
So let's
get
see. So
basic.
the breath of sounds. The breath of sounds nice. Sounds cool. So. Well, the other reason why I chose the breath of sound is because I myself am music's been a huge part of my life. So that's essentially the other thing that's kind of been why I am the why I chose the breath of sound. So expect a lot of music jokes probably coming from me every so often. My character is probably in terms of actual personality, he's very kind. He's very easygoing in some retrospects. But once when he gets into battles, thanks to his master, he tends to go he gets a little demented. So, in fact, let me see. Let me give the exact description I gave Iggy here because it was better if I did it that way.
Speaking of which, if anyone's interested in having wonderful commissions done by the artist that has done all our wonderful portraits, Aggie is doing them for $25 a piece, and they are this detailed. It is truly fantastic and a great deal.
Yes, I do love it. Do not, yeah, like I said, I do love it.
I have
So
a
yeah,
lot
here
of
we go.
art made by her.
So okay, here we go. So this is how I literally describe my character. He hears the music of the world everywhere he goes. So he's pretty much a peaceful guy. He likes to smile and make others smile. However, when it comes time to fight, his mood changes to a demented yet determined yet demented state, as if he becomes a conductor to a symphony of death.
Nice.
Dun dun dun.
So, and to answer your question, Phoenix, if I will be joining GTFO, if I can get it, maybe.
If he can get the game, yes, that's one thing. Zach would like
I'll
to.
be right back.
Yeah. So, I mean, any other questions or anything, guys? The floor is open for our new player who, sadly, we were going to introduce him today, but
Shit happens.
Shit happens.
Yeah.
So, funny thing, actually, when you guys were talking about all your guys' stats, should I actually bring that up?
Don't say
Okay.
numbers. Just
Okay.
please.
I'll say mine are probably pretty more balanced than a majority of your guys' from what it sounds like.
what's your biggest stat though?
I have 3 that are even:
Ooh.
What are they?
strength, dex, and wisdom.
Strength, dex, not charisma. I'm interested.
Wow. I'm very, very surprised.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, con wisdom.
So funny enough, charisma is probably my second lowest stat.
Oh, wow.
Usually, a lot of people usually like in traditional D&D, you make charisma your lowest stat.
No, mine's the second.
News to me.
Oh,
Well,
So
that's how it goes in a lot of the games I'm in. Is that charisma is the dump stat for some reason?
yeah,
that's
can,
I see more like non-spellcasters and putting intelligence as a dump.
Yeah.
all right. An interesting one. Can stats be increased or decreased, or are they set? Stats as you level up will always increase. There are. I don't think we'll run into this at all because I don't think 5e allows this, but there are creatures that technically do damage to ability scores, but those are more than 3.5.
They exist in 5e.
They do. I haven't run it.
Yeah, some higher level. Like there's actual spells that players can get. They can do that.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually make one of your own players like intelligence drop below 10 at a high enough level, like permanently.
Yeah. But most of the time you always want to increase your allies' stats. You never want to decrease them. And then Zach,
And when you level up, was it like every after the third level is what, like every 5 you get a chance to upgrade?
Yeah, I think it's every 4 levels. you
Okay,
get
yeah,
a
it's the
stat.
ability score improvement is what they call it. You have the chance, like if you want, you can take a feat like Lucky or something like that, which
Yeah,
we're in a homebrew system, so we can do that. Or you can put the points into, like, okay, I want to put 2 points into, strength or charisma or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then
Or a
Zach,
point in 1 or 2 things.
and then a question for Zach is, what is your character's other powers? Or is it just purely sound?
for my character, contrary to everyone else around us here, I am pure sound actually. So I am going to be a pure sound player. We do know, like Walker and I have tried to talk a little bit about my forms, what my forms will be. I forget. Does anyone have 5 or 6? 'Cause I think Walker. At first, I only knew about the 3, but apparently Walker found like 2 other ones that I didn't know about. So I don't know what they are just yet. And but him and I have been talking about some powers that, like some certain things that as my breath of sound gets developed, and then one of them will be like a kind of a support style technique.
Okay.
So I got a question for Zach.
Okay, shoot.
What's your favorite ship?
Okay, so funny enough, actually, when that question popped in, the first one that actually came in, the first one that popped to my mind was honestly Reikoku and Sirinea, because again, it was because of the fact, because again, it was when I got to that episode, which by the way, I'm only a couple episodes behind. The interesting when those 2 kept going off, I instantly was like, boom! I see these 2 together. They're both shut-ins. One's from the country. One's from the pathless. I can see it happening.
Wait, what? I'm confused.
I asked what's his favorite ship.
From what?
From our team.
Yeah, from the team. Yeah.
Who did you
So
say?
yeah,
He said Reikoku and Sirinea.
Yeah, I told you.
See ya!
God damn it.
and so yeah, when they were brought, when Sirinea stated that they weren't that, I was like, that was kind of hard not to picture with how you 2 are interacting.
What
That's
about,
Yeah.
what about
Again,
Atsuko
she's
and
supposed to-
Hikaru? What do you see with
They're
them?
both shut-ins, so like they don't see it as a couple kind of thing.
Yeah,
See-
exactly.
See, now I can make the joke that the cousins really do like their men on the wild side, apparently. Or the
Oh,
weird
God,
side.
no.
How do you see Atsuko and Hikaru?
Okay, so the Asuko and Hikaru ship, the Sweeping Bond Army, which was hilarious, by the way.
Aw.
It was honestly kind of the cute. Like at first, I was like, "Oh, okay, this is really cute, very sweet, and everything." But then I got pushed wayside once when Ryoku took off his mask. I was like, "Yep, that's gonna be an issue." I can see him popping in. I can see him, and as soon as I thought of that, next thing I know, I hear him just flirting with Hikaru, and I was like, "Huh, didn't see that coming actually.
What's that?
The one minor portion where it was like instead of it was just the Atsuko Hikaru ship, and then it became Atsuko Hikaru and Reikoku ship. And I was like, huh, didn't see that coming actually.
Now, can you imagine your character being shipped with either one of the guys or one of the girls?
This may sound a little weird, but I can see him being shipped with anybody.
That's fair.
I can see that with Hot Daisuke, honestly.
Oh my god.
Come on! Equal opportunity, people! I know, I'm just a shitlord,
no,
okay.
actually, funny thing, that's actually is that you say that because IRL people have actually thought we were a couple at one point.
Oh god.
It was hilarious too, and it was his boss.
It was one of my
Oh my
bosses.
God.
Yeah, I was just like, no, Zach's my roommate. He has a girlfriend. She's like, oh my god, are you? I'm like, yes.
We've been confused for
brothers,
for brothers, for relationships, for.
It's okay. People thought me and Richie were a thing
I
for the longest.
Yeah.
all right. So, a question, and this is more towards Eva.
Yeah.
What is Sirinea's biggest mistake or screw up so far?
Other than the one in game, her screw up actually has to do with her family. And that will not be shown for a little bit of time. But within the game, if you guys want to say it, there was a stealth mission that was supposed to be stealth, but Sirinea didn't pick up on the clues and decided to throw a shuriken, and the creature noticed her and threw her back like 30 feet up against a wall, and she lost like half her health doing that.
Oh, is this a different occurrence?
No.
And then
Are you
apparently,
talking about
Yoshimine, to answer your question, would I use a deck of many things in a game? Technically, I have.
It's evil.
But I will have to show you it later, Hawk, because it's actually a more tame version that I've seen. It's the tamer version of the deck of many things I've ever fucking seen. Huh?
I do have I made my own version of it for my home game. It's called the Deck of Manly Things.
this is why we cannot have nice things.
Because he makes it manly.
All right. So I'm going to say we're going to close out here in like 2 more minutes. But we are open for any more last minute questions or whatnot. So feel free to ask any questions. Little sad Richie couldn't even just pop in to say hello. But I know he's been busy and whatnot.
Making
But-
that content, yo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that and some other stuff, but yeah, we got last minute questions that we can answer for you guys before we head out.
Do we have any questions for each other as well?
We move on to Final Jeopardy.
Zach,
Do.
we'll start with you. You can ask a question since you are the newbie, or
Well,
or we can flip it.
interrogate you.
Yeah, or we can interrogate.
you know what? I'll have fun with this. Let's go with interrogate.
All right.
Oh, god damn.
I'm probably going to abstain from asking because I kind of want to see it in game, I guess.
That's fair.
Get to know
Okay.
in-game.
We do have one more question. Other than what was mentioned by Evo, one mistake made by a team member which cost greatly, either for them or for the team as a whole.
I would.
I have one for this one. Reikoku to this day still regrets going into the cave with Atsuko. Like it worked out well for them in the long run, but he still feels like very, very guilty about potentially getting her killed.
Which also, by the way, since I'm right here, I can actually say this. Bravo to you guys on that, by the way.
For pulling it out of here.
You pulled it out. I actually was like almost halfway crying out, thinking, "No, die!" Yeah. The worst part was I was listening to this at work, so my coworkers were sitting next to me, like, "Dude, are you okay?" I was like, "Yes, I'm fine."
I think the regret is when Atsuko, the cave incident, but Atsuko accidentally hitting Hikaru is one of the ones.
Accidentally hitting Hikaru.
Yeah.
Do not the lolly Sirinea, Yoshimi. Jesus.
No, stop. Do not loot.
Stop looting the lolly. No looting the lollies. No looting overall.
I think that's the only two regrets she has.
All right, so I would say if anyone has... All right, so let's ask Zach some quick questions before we head out. So anyone in the cast want to ask Zach a question before we head out? And then if there's...
Character.
How old is your character?
I think we pretty much discussed that he would be pretty much the same age as roughly Daisuke, if not maybe like a year or two younger or older. I think. Did we discuss this? I don't remember.
I think he was about around the age, if I remember right. Yeah.
Ah, so 40. Got it.
So,
Eva.
but yeah, so.
Oh, go ahead, Zach.
Oh no, I was just going to reiterate that. Yeah, pretty much. In terms of age, I'm probably roughly around the same age as everyone else. So.
Around 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I think Sirinea is the youngest, from what I understand. She's 19. So.
I think I'm 19 also, actually.
Yeah.
I think all of our characters are either 19 or 20.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
We'll start making character birthdays for everybody.
Yeah. Oh God, I'll actually have to look one up. Shit. All right.
Same here.
I already know what her day would be.
Oh no.
Well, she's a Sakura, so spring.
Gotcha. Eva, any questions for Zach or for anything?
Do you think?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask. What is one thing you think we would need to work on
Okay.
as players?
Okay. So
Because you are coming from the outside in.
Yes, I am coming from the outside in. I am not entirely caught up. But I will say from so far, based on what I've seen so far on year 2, on a couple of the biggest battles, probably the biggest thing we work on is communication. That's probably the biggest thing I feel you can work on as characters. Because in all honesty, if Reikoku actually just mentioned that, hey, I don't feel like something's right about this and go into the cave, something might have been different. I don't know. Not to say that it was still a bad choice. It was still hilarious. All you guys' decisions have been hilarious. But in terms of characters in combat, probably yes, indoors.
Hey, he thought it was a very good idea to scout ahead.
But yeah, again, because communication in some small cases can greatly beneficiate in a lot of ways.
Okay.
So, other than that, though, definitely, you guys are pretty solid, to be honest. So,
Okay. Lady, any questions?
I don't.
Really? All right.
so you guys don't leave that. You guys can also ask me anything like outside of this as well, because I know I'm coming into this just random.
I really don't have any questions, just because I kind of had a hand in helping the character, but that's literally. But that's because he asked for help.
I don't get a chance to D&D as often as much as I would like to. So, or do any kind of tabletop, because my introduction was on one of Phil's sessions.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So, it should be fun and whatnot. All right.
Most of us, if not all of us, are pretty seasoned, so we do understand certain mechanics. Now, our gameplay styles are obviously different, so if you guys do see anything that we may need to improve on, please let us know.
We do
I
want
will say
to.
one thing overall for us, sometimes we all have those kind of brain farts. Like, okay, I forgot what I need to use to attack.
Yeah.
That happens to all of us.
Yeah.
That's gonna happen to any player, regardless of whether or not you're.
No, it's good to try and think things out ahead a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It looks like Phoenix had one last question here. He asked if I am going to be a front fighter. Front fighter. I probably be more so mid range, I guess. Like I'll be in the middle. If I have to, I can be a front fighter and be offensive. But I feel that what might happen, because again, I don't know what Walker has in store for Kiyoshi in terms of like the cell forms and stuff like that. I probably would say once when a fight does start, he probably will try to push to be a front fighter. But as I said, both he has his wisdom and strength, and I forgot what my other one was again.
And Dex.
And Dex, all pretty even. So he may understand like, okay, I'm not in a solo position anymore. I am now on a team to where I need to play a role.
I just thought of something.
What?
You've mentioned multiple times that your strength, dex, and wisdom are pretty even. You didn't say it was even in a good way. They're all
Mm.
Again, that's why I didn't want to bring up that's why I was going to bring up they are even. They are also my highest stat.
Yes, Yoshiming. He's new. He doesn't know that you're a girl.
Oh, Yoshimi, I apologize.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah.
You
So
know
we
who she
do
is?
have.
She's a black karate. If any of y'all get that song reference, I'll love you.
Yeah,
I
got it. Yeah. So we haven't really established like who is front, who is mid, who's defense.
left and right.
Yeah. But
Yeah, because
I
so
would say
far
that- I would say more for my character, Sirinea, she's more of a stay in the back kind of person. She would be more of a last resort kind of thing.
She throws the shurikens.
All right. So I think we've gone on long enough. We did go a little bit longer than what we planned, but how about we start with? So we thank everyone for coming out for the Q&A. So any plugins that we want to do? So Reikoku, Hawk, you go first.
You can if you want to, you can follow me on Twitter at TheHawkAbridged and on YouTube at HawkAbridging. I am not and I haven't been that active lately because it's finals right now, but I actually got some stuff in the works, so hopefully something gets released in the next few weeks. So there's that.
Lady Chan.
You can find me on Twitter at _LadyChan_, and you can find me on YouTube at Lady-Chan. There's nothing new right now because I'm working and also school is in the way, so.
The lovely Eva.
Well, if you guys have been seeing my stuff, I've been on GTA RP for a while now. I actually will start streaming as my character Eliza on the Mixer and Twitch channels at LatinFire. No LatinFireVA. There's I had a naming thing, so it's twitch.tv/LatinFire or mixer.com/LatinFire. I will be doing a full GTA RP starting next week. Gonna be doing a couple of chaos things because I've established my character. So, yeah, or go check me out at Twitter at LatinFireVA. More not safe for work voice commissions coming up soon. Thankfully, I got my recordings set up, and safe for work stuff will be on commission basis. So that's it.
And all good. And Zach.
So if you guys want to check out some other stuff that I do, you can follow me on YouTube at Hardazak or on Twitch, Hardazak2556, because apparently my name's no longer original. So, but yeah, you can mainly find me in those there. The other thing you can probably catch me on, if you're on Twitch as well, is StreamEXE20XX. That's where you'll see me like more so on there, because we actually have a set schedule on that. Not so much on my personal channel. So, but yeah, if you guys do want to check out some other stuff, check out there. I do have a Twitter as well. at Z Unrest, which is weird. It's my first and last. It's first initial, last name, but what can you do? But that's about it for me.
All right, and hey guys, Fel here. Obviously, you can follow me at Twitter at FelTheVA. I also stream on StreamEXE, and obviously, I'm pretty sure you stay around this channel because obviously I do What the Fel every Wednesday. So don't know what I'm going to do this Wednesday, but we'll figure that out. And, what else? Obviously, if you guys have not seen it, episode 4 of Slime has been released. So head over to our main channel and give that a click on the link to watch it on our Vlair channel. Obviously, we can't host it on YouTube for other reasons. We are working on other projects and whatnot. And I'm trying to think. Obviously, we are still working to get 1,000 subs so we can get super chat for here. So if you haven't shared this channel with your friends, please share it around because it really would help us out here. For the gaming side. But other than that, I think that will do it. So we will see you guys not next week, but on the, I think the 18th is when we'll have our first session all together. So it should be fun. Hopefully it's all good I can't talk, all good and everything. But with that, guys, we're all set. So we'll see you later, guys. Bye.
Bye.
You got 30 hours. Go watch it.